I am here with the brothers Adams, George and Terry. Now, you got to be mad. This guy is on the cover of Recycling Today. Did you even get a picture in the damn article?
No, I looked through it. There's the picture with Mike, and like I'm
chopped liver.
Yeah, but sometimes it's best to go kind of incognito. I don't have to walk around the show saying, I'm George's brother. There's a reason I don't wear a hat.
That is fabulous. Well, but congratulations. That's an amazing, look, it's a great article. I've quoted you to several of the young entrepreneurs that you met this week that I introduced you to about the hard work, work ethic, character, and it matters. And you brothers, that's where you guys started from.
Yep, 100%. There's no question. But the funny thing is actually I was walking by the Recycling International booth, and he's like, "Oh, did you see your article?" And I'm like, "What article?" And he says, "The article that we did." And so apparently there was an article that came out last month in Recycling International, which I never even saw. So.
See what happens when you're so famous, Terry?
And too busy, apparently.
Yeah, what have you been busy doing here lately, George?
Yeah, living the dream here now. Look at, trying to visit all the PSC yards have definitely been keeping me busy. So I've been on the road literally every week, somewhere.
You doing any of that traveling?
I'm doing a lot of traveling, but not necessarily to the PSC
Have
yards.
you been to the PSC yards, actually?
No.
How many yards now?
125.
Got a leash on this guy? What's the deal? Is he going to ever stop?
As he says, he wakes up every day happiest guy in the world to get to go work in the scrap metal business. Isn't necessarily me, but that's okay.
Funny story about your dad. I have to tell you this because it's been a bunch of years, and I think when SA first, when it was just Adam Steel, and you made your first acquisitions, and then you merged with SA and started making a couple more. So I was down in Anaheim. And your dad comes up to me, who I'd met before, and said, "Hey, Mr. Adams, John Sacco," and he goes, "Is my son trying to screw you out of your business?"
I know. I looked at him, "Dad, why would you say that?"
I think it's a funny story. So sometimes at the golf tournaments, there's a hole sponsored by SA, and I just take my pen and put CCO.
Perfect.
Well, hey, that's the beauty of it. We may be competition. You're only half a mile down the street from us,
right.
But we still have the ability to be friends. We trade medals all the time. And I think a lot of people, our story is a good story because so many people, a lot of people want to crush people. They're going to put them out of business. And you said in your article, you can't put the hard-working entrepreneur out of business.
Never put him out of business. Not a chance.
Me and my brother, we run art at Sierra, and so, in the end, we win because we're working. We're trading iron. You buy our iron. Why not? Yep. Why do we have to hate each other?
We all grew up in this business. Something I always remember, like, be nice people on the way up because you'll likely see them on the way down.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all had ups and downs in this business. It just comes with the territory.
I told the guys that you talked to yesterday that I introduced you to, and they walked away. You walked away, yet you're busy. And I said, "Listen, guys," they're going, "Wow, I can't believe I talked to George." I go, "All right, listen. He took time to come talk to you guys, right?" And you go, "Return the favor one day. When you're growing your business and you meet two young entrepreneurs and a young entrepreneur, you offer up the same kind of, make yourself available to them because that's what you've done. You have always been generous. You guys let anybody come see what you have built."
Yep, we do.
Yesterday at the Ferris thing, George gave away all the company secrets. Our entire M&A plan. He just told everybody what we do and how we do it.
Well, he did. His phone blew
then
up.
I drive a Tesla.
Do you have a Tesla?
Yeah.
I do. Well, how are you going to recycle that, Terry? Come on now.
A lot of aluminum in that car. I was afraid he was going to call me up on stage and have me explain, how much I like my Tesla.
I tried to get him to come on stage with me, but he didn't come.
Why didn't you go?
It was the Ferris Spotlight. It wasn't the George Adams and Family
Spotlight?
Showcase.
Well, yeah, it was.
Well, no, it was. I didn't think that's what it was supposed to be.
Well, look.
I think everybody liked it, though.
Well, I've heard a lot of great things, and being that we're an exhibitor and have the booth here, I regret not going. I should have gone, and I apologize for that. But as an exhibitor too, you have to come and you do this thing. But Monica was there, and she said you did a great job, and I think that's awesome. So, all right, you just took a monster chunk out of the other big businesses out there. You got to pause, take a breath. Brother, when are you going to let them get back out there? And
I've given up a long time ago trying to rein him in. I'm just trying to keep the guardrails up so that he doesn't go too far astray.
See, you've missed out. You don't tell George you can't do that, or George, we can't do that. You should be encouraging him to do it. Then he's going to go, oh, no, if they're telling me to do it, I'm not going to do it. See, George, buy more.
Yeah.
Buy more. Yeah, go.
Oh, yeah. Look, we're not buying anything else for a while here. We got to swallow.
And if you define a while, it's about a week and a half.
I was thinking by the time that the next tick of the clock, by the way
I was just afraid yesterday at the Ferris thing he was going to, make some pitch to, buy anybody's, scrap.
Text me here, 1-800-I-BUY-YARDS.
He did give out
whatever
his email address in case anybody wanted a book or sell their scrapyard.
Did you just go? It's funny. Well, you know what, you guys. All right, so help me out a little bit because George, you obviously have become the face of it. You do a lot of work. You're there, you and your brother. What's your duty separate from his?
So I get all the fun stuff, legal and environmental, all the things that go wrong, don't make the company any money, but I like to look at it that it saves the company, keeps the company in business.
You realize the only reason he does those things is because he doesn't trust me to do them, okay? Because he knows that I would cut the corners and wouldn't, so he doesn't trust me to do it.
George is the attorney, but he will not read past the term sheet, right? How much does it cost? When do I got to pay it? And that's all he's going to read in an agreement. I, on the other hand, have to look at what happens when things go wrong, and is there a mechanism to unwind things and make it work? Because the only time you're ever going to look at an agreement is if there is a problem.
Right.
And the agreement better work at that point. He will never get to that point of the agreement.
You are a lucky guy to have a brother like
so
this.
So we have a, it's a, long-term understanding. He won't sign anything unless I've approved it first.
That's right. I will not sign a deal unless Terry signs off on it.
Which puts a lot of burden on me because I know he won't.
You must have spur marks, dude. He must be riding you hard here lately.
No.
It's not too bad. We have a lot of good help.
Okay, you say I do the fun stuff, the legal and all that.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. That's why I love doing podcasting. This is what I love doing. Okay, he loves buying yards, right? I love meeting people, putting this out because I think our industry, we've stuck our head in the sands way too long. We've hid way too long, and we have a great story because nothing in this country gets built without our industry. And I want to promote that because so what if you get a little dirt underneath your fingernails? I got a saying, no green without grit, or no grit without grit, no green. So, I don't know, but that's how I feel about it. I think that's my purpose. I think I found that for me in getting that word out, because let's face it, you got, how many different states do you guys have yards in now?
15.
All right. Not all of them are very business friendly.
Oh, yeah, that's
You're starting to buy, in places that may frown upon shredders.
No question about it.
Look, you just have to be proactive. You got to be able to fit in the community. Ideally, make your facility, blend in, fit in. You can't be a negative contributor to your neighbors. You got to be a positive contributor, to every community that we go into.
So the new yards, how many yards was in the PSC deal?
31.
Okay, so out of these new 31 yards, a lot of work to do? Hold on.
Yeah, no, there's
a lot of work for the community. I'm staying on the subject that you say you got to be part of the community. Were they part of? What were they?
I don't think they were involved at all. I don't think they were involved in the community at all. I think that all that work has to be done. The yards got to be cleaned up, get the inventory out of them, And but look, it's all coming along good. It's all coming along the way it's supposed to.
So your sons are in the business. Your children aren't in.
Or not.
George, you don't have enough kids to run 130 yards. You're gonna have to merge families or something. I don't know.
Yep, definitely don't.
Well, tell us about your boys who work with you.
Yeah, so Curtis, my oldest son, runs one of our yards. He's got a big internet company, so he's only running 1 yard in Santa Ana. Tyler, my second son, is the COO. He's really running the company, and you think he would support me in our meetings? He always supports Terry.
Tyler's the reason I can actually step away a little bit because he has no problem saying no to his dad.
Exactly.
Which is not easy to do.
Exactly. You would think
For
Ungrateful
30 years,
little
I was the
guy.
only one who could actually do that.
You would think my own son, all the time, him and Terry gang up on me. And then Mark, between the three of them, they just gang up on me. But
And
anyway.
it takes all three of us to actually make headway.
And Calvin?
Calvin is running Alabama, Tennessee, and Mississippi. And so, and maybe we're going to have him get a little involved in St. Louis, too, because he's closer. He's got a short flight over there.
Yeah.
so.
It is. Well, listen, Copper Spotlight's coming on here in a few minutes. I don't want to keep you guys long, but to me, this is the cherry on top of all the brothers on the podcast this week. Thank you. You're gracious enough to come sit down here with me, have this conversation. Your success, anybody who gets to talk to any of you, both of you, will understand the success of your company starts with the leadership that you guys, the people you are. I mean, you are the most genuinely friendly, genuine and generous people that I've met along the way. I wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors. Somehow I know you haven't stopped here. I don't know why. Terry, what do you think?
Not a chance. This
Well,
is
listen,
it.
good luck to you both. Thank you for stopping by. And that's it for the last podcast of Pile of Scrap at ISRI 2022. I got that right. Amazing. All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
brothers.
John.
All right,
Bye,
buddy.
John.
Thank you. Thank you.